My name is Rose Chu. I'm the Senior Policy Fellow of Minnesota Education Equity Partnership. I am not a professional artist. I have such respect to those who do this for a living, especially those who are teachers, trying to infuse art in what they do. In the Chinese culture, I found out that for the longest time, historically speaking, the most respected profession, number one, are teachers. Number two are artists. Partly because art is part of culture and is part of how a community, a group of people define themselves. So art is part of living.
We knew that we wanted to bring in outside consultants to help us do the planning, and that's how we came upon Dr. Rose Chu. And she brought in such an amazing set of skills. And one of the main things she brought in was the new PELSB idea around the new licensure about equity and diversity.
We started from a number of different impetuses. Last year we did a conference on Native American arts and the contributions of Minnesota American Indian tribes and communities, and it went very well. We felt it was well received. People were excited about it, and so we wanted to build on that momentum. We also had a number of our regional arts teacher leaders say to us, we should do something about equity, and based on their own passion and their own expertise, what they were doing in their classrooms. So that was another impetus. And then Perpich did a strategic plan and came out with a new mission, vision, values. And equity was one of the core values and principles that the organization has stated that they want to adhere to in living out the mission. So the combination of those things we put together and said, let's do an equity conference. And then we went, what does that mean? What does that look like? It's a huge term. It encompasses so many things, right? We can think about race and class and gender and sexual orientation, disability, socioeconomic status, so many things. And so we worked for a long time to think about how do we corral that? What's going to be our primary focus point? Can we cover all those things? Do we need to focus on just one of those things? And in order to do that, we wanted to have some thought partners with us. So we had the professional development staff here and our team as a core part of that, but we realized we needed some outside expertise as well. So we brought in Dr. Rose Chu from the Minnesota Education Equity Partnership to consult with us and to be a thought partner and help us think through the entire process from beginning to end, from really big picture. What does equity mean? What do we want it to look like in our conference? And then what might be some of the specifics of that? How does it manifest during the day?
When Stephanie asked me to do this, it was an easy yes, because I really do believe that art has such a place in engaging our young people, especially when we start talking about the achievement gap and talking about the opportunity gap. Art could be a great way to reach our young people in terms of what interests them, how they can exercise their voice, like through poetry, through theater, through visual arts, or any of that. Is about really giving them a voice. Equity means that we reach our young people where they're at. Equity means that we are culturally responsive to the different kind of young people in our classroom. Whether it is because they come from a different ethnic background from the teacher, or whether they are from a different religion. It could be different tradition. They grew up in the rural, grew up in the urban. So the art has a way to connect all of them, almost as a language. It's a different kind of language, whether it's the music, whether it's poetry, whether it's theater, whether it's visual art. Art has a language that can connect our young people and feel the sense of community. And it feels like then you can be equitable in what you provide so that the young people get what they need to be the best that they are. And the role of teachers is to bring out their brilliance. And how might art play a big role to bring out that brilliance? And not just through textbook, not through testing, but really through the arts.